Hey you guys, Brian Powell sitting here in the VR as always, and I'm playing a game called Cavernous Waste. Now, Cavernous Waste is a PlayStation 4 game, but it's PlayStation VR compatible. It just came to the store today, and for some reason, thanks Sony, it's not listed under the PlayStation VR section. I'm sure they'll change that eventually, but right now it's probably not going to get the attention it deserves. It's $10, and let's just dive right into it here. I haven't spent much time with it, but we're going to spend a little more time with it together. So right off the bat, the graphics are pretty clear, and it all moves super smooth. When you move left and right, you'll see there's this strange momentum happening. Well, let me just take care of this guy first. There is no momentum. It's like it just stops exactly. It's like looking around in a first-person shooter. So your ship turns and it's deadly accurate. But when you move with the left analog stick, you get a little more of that momentum. So, what is this? There we go. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to destroy everything. That's just generally what I've been doing because I'm a video gamer and we like to just blow things up. But Cavernous Waste, I don't know a lot about this game. The previews, the trailers were awful. I remember we watched the trailer on PlayStation VR Theater, and we were like, God, that game's going to be trash. See, I'm collecting these things, and I don't know exactly what they are, but we'll learn together. Now, this looks like the exit to the stage, but we don't want to go there quite yet. We'll check our map. Right now, I really wish that I could leave the map on the screen while I was driving around, because I get lost very easily. But we'll head back this way. There seems to be other things to pick up in the level that you wanna get. Oh, Jesus, excuse me. Oh, sneezing in VR stinks. I just had to put my hand to my face and I hit the VR helmet. So these crystals do actually offer light, so you can turn off your own light. And so I assume the reason you turn off your own light is to keep the enemies from seeing you. But once you get rid of the light, there's there's nothing to see. So let's go right first. Just kind of knock out the map section by section. Looks like a pretty big enemy. There we go. If you can get them from a distance, it seems like they don't have a chance to fight back. We have our shield meter there, the green one, and once that's gone, it seems like it's just gone. So we're picking these things up though, and I have no idea what they are. With damaged shields, I haven't picked up anything yet that looks like it replenishes the shields. But again, I haven't been playing very long, so this game has like an air of mystery about it, and I like that because it doesn't tell you really anything off the bat. You do pick up journal entries, which I think will probably explain what's going on a little bit more as time progresses. All right, did we actually see everything in that? We did. This map is pretty fantastic because you can literally just look right at it and see if you've fully explored an area. Oops. So let's get rid of that. You use the touchpad. Oh, here, let's swing ourselves the right direction. Use the touchpad to bring up the map. I don't know if you can hear. I put the background music pretty low so that it wouldn't override my voiceovers, but it's good. It's atmospheric. It's nice. It lends to that air of mystery, the kind of creepiness, the what are we doing here kind of vibe. And I would venture to guess that these levels are procedurally generated, but again, where'd you come from? There we go. I don't actually know anything about this game. Actually, the one thing I do know about this game, which is endlessly fascinating, is that it's made by one guy. The development team is called Pouncing Kitten Games, or Pouncing Kittens? Pouncing Kitten Games, I think. And one guy. So these types of games always... It's just like, it's like a bridge? That's cool. I like the environments. This is nice. Yeah, development teams of one. It's just, for me, it speaks... It speaks to like the way I like to do things. Like I am somebody who, if I could just do everything myself, I would. And generally, that's the way I do things. You know, you don't want anyone else's opinion or influence to get in the way. And if you have a, you know, this singular vision, then you don't want that to be disrupted. Now, this is not an exit. This is something else. Is this an exit? Oh, we'll find out. Let's go into it. Installed program uranium core. And now I have a card. A 7 of spades. Alright. No idea what's going on here. And for... I'll tell you guys. Here's the thing. Yesterday I played Arizona Sunshine, and I actually called out of work. I went to work and got someone to cover my shift, so that I could go home and spend some time with it to review it for you guys as early as possible. And I didn't really have any fun with that game. It was stressful because every time you have to like write a bad review, you know that there are these people behind the game that spent a lot of time working on that game, and you always try to, what you do is you try to look for the good, right? I know Dave Station and I, Dave Station VR, check out his channel if you don't follow him, by the way. His Let's Plays are always fantastic. We were talking during some multiplayer, and he was saying, you know, I just can't find anything good to say about this game. And this is Arizona Sunshine, by the way. We're definitely not talking about Cavernous Waste right now. It was liberating to hear somebody else say something you're thinking, because you really desperately want to like a game. You want to find the good in it. You want to say, listen, it might have this problem, this problem, and this problem, but oh man, at least this part of it's fun. Or, you know, like I can always excuse bad graphics. I can always excuse, you know, bad voice acting. Come on, I like grew up with Resident Evil. You know, Resident Evil 1 was my favorite game during the PlayStation 1 era, and that had horrible voice acting, and you almost like learned to love it. So you as a gamer, as a reviewer, you try to like overlook the things that maybe aren't the greatest, but that don't get in the way of you loving a game. And with Arizona Sunshine, there's a lot of problems, and I think what I think ultimately what I had to come to terms with was that they knew it wasn't a good game when they launched it, because if any single person had play tested that game, they'd be able to tell you that, you know, there was definitely something wrong. You need to fix this. It's not fun. It's barely playable. The control schemes are broken. You know, let's just be fair. Get your shit together. But they apparently needed to make a deadline, or something happened, and or maybe they just didn't have the time or talent to make it happen. Install program cracked intake. Oh, we got a new journal entry. Alright. So, oh, my controller's dying. That's a good notification to get during a Let's Play. Let's check our journal. Alright, so the journal is story. So we're just trying to get to the surface, and we're hearing stories about people who were living under the ground, it seems. Alright, so enough about Arizona Sunshine, but the point of all of this is that, you know, when a game like Cavernous Waste comes around, and it's made by one person, you know, and when you have a game that's made by one person, generally, it's not made under the same structure, made under the same, the same set of deadlines and the same rigorous schedule, that a bigger budget game would be made under. Like when one person makes a game, it's usually made, while they have another job, like they're in their spare time, and they plug away at it. I need to bring up the map. I am so lost right now. Alright, so it looks like I need to... Alright, I think this is where I'm going here. I think I'm also upside down. There we go. It's a passion project, I think is what I'm trying to say. Like, what was it? Axiom Verge was made by one guy, and that took him like years to make. And I know that changed his whole life. That guy was going through like all these horrible things during the years that it took him to make the game. And so I feel like you always get a piece of that when you play a game that's developed by one person. You get to see something that this one person was passionate about. And I'm not sitting here saying Cavernous Waste is like the greatest game I've ever played. But when I'm telling you that, I'm just chilling out. After a very, very long day of work yesterday, I was up till 6 o'clock in the morning getting the Gamescast edited and writing and scripting and editing my Arizona Sunshine review. This is the kind of game I wanted to wake up to. It's just it's peaceful, and I'm just exploring this environment, and there's not a whole lot to do yet. But I'm like figuring it out, and I'm enjoying it, and it looks nice. I mean, you can see what it looks like. It's the textures are fairly plain, but they're good enough. And I'm just taking my time with each level and exploring and trying to find the power up in each level, the playing card apparently, and just taking my time. There's a laser gun and there's a cannon. You can turn on and off the light, and I really like how it looks with the lights off. I like the glow of the crystals. I don't know if I'm supposed to be blowing those up or not. I hope one of them will give me an item at some point, and I'll be like, oh good, I was supposed to be blowing those up. Alright. Another little thing down here. I wonder if the green things restore your shields, because my shields have been at full power. This is one of those things though. See where it says 5 down there? That should say 6 when I pick this up. Yep. Again, have no idea what they are, but figuring it out. Yeah, this is good. It actually, the controls feel fantastic. It's just standard DualShock 4, and and once you get used to it, the controls are spot on for sure. Right, let's see where I'm supposed to be going. Alright, we want to go to the end of this hallway to the intersection, and then we will either go left or right. Let's go right. Is that an enemy? No, those look like crystals. Yeah. Let's turn off the lights. Let's enjoy our night drive here. Ooh. Let's turn the lights back on because I think this is the end of the road. Yep. So check the map, make sure. All right, we'll just go straight through the intersection and see what's waiting for us. Oop, enemies are waiting for us. Okay. So I'd like to, what I'd like to do is I want to reach out to this developer, and I want to hear more about the story behind this game. I want to hear how long it took him to make, one person, you know, and why he decided to make it VR or PlayStation VR compatible. In all fairness, I don't think this is a game that I would want to play on a TV. I'm rapidly losing interest in standard television games. But even if I wasn't, I can't imagine that I'd want to spend time with this outside of VR. This just kind of feels right, you know. It's you want to put the headset on and tune out the world, and you know, if you're claustrophobic, I think this could mess with your head a little bit. I am slightly claustrophobic. I think I don't go spelunking. I don't go underground. I don't like the idea of that, and so this is interesting for me because it's because that's essentially what you're doing here. Will this recover my small amount of shields? Yes. Okay. The green things do in fact recover your shields, which I'm gonna need because I'm screwing up now. Alright. Let's check our map. Where are we at? Oh, what's the little red dot? There's two little red dots. Alright, well, let's go left and discover what the little red dot is. I figured the red dots wouldn't pop up until you've discovered it, but I guess we were close enough. I know the things on the pedestals are your upgrades, so we'll remember that. Because they do look kind of similar to the exits. Similar enough. I don't know. Maneuvering thruster. Alright, I'm just happy that we're upgrading our ship. This is fantastic. Yeah, again, guys, don't go buy this game thinking that it's the greatest game ever. But if you've enjoyed what we've been doing here, then it might be your kind of game too. And for $10, I mean, it's definitely appropriately priced. I don't know how long this game is. I don't know. Whoa, there are suddenly lots of enemies. Here, let's do this level together, and then we'll end the Let's Play. What is that, and why can't I blow it up? There we go. I'm curious to know how if after a few more levels that this will start feeling like redundant. You know, the same old textures. I like the different color lighting, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. We'll see, I guess. Right now I'm still, this is the 4th level in. I'm still very happy with the aesthetics. I'm also curious to know what happens when you actually get out of the caves. And since it's called Cavernous Waste, I can only assume that you're in the caverns the entire game. That's probably a thing. Oop, oop. Oops. Oop, oop. Must be right on the other side of that wall. Alright. Ah. Ah. Okay. Need to be a little more careful as the level progresses here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. The enemies seemed a little too easy, and now I think the difficulty must be ramping up. They must be getting smarter or something, because you definitely had to, you know, maneuver around the lasers on that one. I feel like those thrusters might have really added some speed to my ship, because I feel like I'm blasting around here real fast now. Wait, what was the controls? Here we go. So as you see, booster, special, light, and missile. I've never fired a missile because I've been using the cannons and the lasers. So let's fire a missile. Maybe if we have a missile. Maybe we didn't upgrade that. But I don't know what's special, and I never used a booster. So let's try to use that booster. Whoa! Holy crap! The booster works. The booster works. That was the equivalent of like light speed. Holy crap! Okay, the booster works. Now, here let's use a missile on this enemy. The missile works too. All right, and we already know we can turn the light off. And what was the last thing? Square is special, and I guess we don't have anything special to use yet. Oh, jeez, I'm hitting the walls. Alright. Oh good, we needed a little shield repair. All the way to the top, too. Guys, sometimes I just don't know why I'm enjoying a game the way I am. But there's something about this that I'm really enjoying. It's just peaceful, serene, relaxing, and just the right amount of action. It's like just when you're like, I'm tired of exploring the caves, like, oh, here's something to shoot. Here's something that's trying to kill you. Thank you, game. Let's check that map. Let's figure out where we're going, because I am lost as always. Guys, I get lost when I'm driving around the city I grew up in. Like that is me. So I was really scared to play this game. I was like, I'm just gonna get lost the second I get dropped into a maze. But that map is endlessly useful. Ooh, this guy's not even fighting back. What's going on? Missiles are great. Ooh, there's another guy over here. Ooh, I think probably a couple guys in here. Oop, jeez. Alright, well, luckily for the enemies, or unluckily for the enemies, if you can get the drop on them if you see them from a distance. Gigantic hole in the ground. Their shields up. Something's coming up. Whoa. There we go. Missile took care of him. Gigantic hole in the ground. Sorry, ever since I saw Chronicle, I really like the idea of holes in the ground. I'm like, if we go in here, can we get superpowers? Who doesn't want superpowers? Come on. Chronicle was one of the best movies ever made. Not because it was a great movie, although it was. Because it just told the story of, you know, the childhood fantasy we all wanted to live out. It's like, you don't want to actually have to work for anything, just work for special powers. They're just given to you one day, and they're really strong, and they're really cool. And it changes your whole life. Maybe if we play Cavernous Waste long enough, we can get special powers. Memory restored. Oh, we got a journal entry. Fantastic. I won't read the journal entry now. I know that reading text on screen is not terribly entertaining during a Let's Play, but I am curious to know what the journal entries read, because there's a story here, apparently, and a little bit of story goes a long way. Let's check this map. Ooh, the levels are getting more complex. after going down that hole. Alright, so we want to get back to the bottom of the hole and go left. Was it the left we wanted to take it? It certainly was. Ah, man. I wish I didn't have anything to do today. But Des is coming over, and we're filming the next episode of Gaming Without Parole. There we go. Yeah, I love this the PlayStation VR relaunch we did with Gaming Without Parole. I feel like we finally have like a direction with that show. Like after 91 episodes, we finally found a direction. I like the idea of having it be Okay, where are they? Where are they? There's one here. All right, where's the other one? Where is he? Come on. Oh, there we are. All right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Jeez. Somehow I got in the middle of two different machines firing at me. Okay, now I'm totally lost. He wasn't even one of them that was shooting at me, but let's go get the shield boost here. Holy crap. There's enemies everywhere. Alright, let's go get those. There we go. Oh, here's our next upgrade too. Ooh, and the exit's over there. Alright, let's go. Whoa. Jeez. Pick up one of those. 9 of them now. I like the so if you start doing this, the game wants to make sure you don't get sick, so it closes your vision down to a little tiny circle. I appreciate it, game, but unnecessary. Wormhole drive. Interesting. I have no idea what it does. Oh, you know what? I didn't realize the D-pad can will strafe, which the left analog stick will already do, but up and down on the D-pad will just bring you up and down. That's helpful. Good to know, because there's no other, there's nothing on an analog stick that'll do that for you. Alright. Guys, and that is going to conclude my Let's Play of Cavernous Wastes. Again, I don't know why I like this game so much, but I really do. And if you just want like a nice, peaceful, quiet game that you get to blast some enemies and explore caves and, you know, find power-ups, there's something here. I hope there's more here. I hope there's more than what I've seen, but yep. You know, if you don't go in expecting like a super high action game, but it's kind of cool, and it's $10. I'm a fan. All right, you guys, that's gonna do it for my Let's Play. I got a lot of work to get done for you today, so I'm gonna get out of VR and go edit some PlayStation VR Theater and get ready for Dez's arrival so we can film Gaming Without Parole. So as always, I'm Brian Paul, and I love you all.